will not put it down. Word around this town, my time is now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday. It is Freedom Friday, and I'm so excited about it. Everybody come on in. Tell a friend to join us. I am your host, Tracie Berry-McGhee. I'm with my life like it's golden.
Well, I am your co-host, Yolonda Lankford, and y'all know me, Lady Yo.
Lady Yo, how are you? I see all of our chatters coming on in. Come on in, owners. Today is a great day. It's Friday. It's Freedom Friday, y'all. And we got some amazing guests in the house today. We're going to be totally sipping off the salsa, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, we got Jason Griffin in the house. We got Sylvester Williams in the house. Y'all, we even got some facts from Jamie Dobie. And we got peace in the streets. So y'all better sip it up and share today. Not only that, I think you even got some tickets you giving away. But before we get started on all that, I see everybody coming in. Good morning, Reba, Bernice, Cheryl, Gina. Y'all just keep it flowing. We got to ask you all, Lady Yo, what's in your cup? What you sipping on?
Hey, this morning I have some good old Maxwell House. Good to the last drop.
All right now, good to the last drop. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Well, you know what I'm sipping on, right? I'm sipping. What am I sipping on? All day. My 314-ish cup, because of course I got to represent Jamie Dobie. And my coffee is black coffee because that's what I drink. Black.
Yes, and that's from the Black Coffee Company.
Yes. I love everything black. You got to represent. Don't play. And you know what? You don't even have sugar in it. So that's a good thing. Just like I like my husband. That's right. He's just a little sweet. Just for me.
He's sweet. He has a little natural sugar. He doesn't need anything added. He's natural man.
That's right. Alex said he's drinking HTO today. I see you. Gina's drinking coffee with a chaser. I guess she have a little bit of STO water in her cup. So that's a cool thing. You know what? It's Friday. You know, I keep saying it's Friday. Y'all know my favorite thing. It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. I don't know if you all have ever seen the video. Y'all know it's my favorite video because it's Friday. I might not even do it's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. Everybody put Friday because it's Friday. It's Freedom Friday. If y'all could just share that. Sip on your coffee and put Friday. And then what comes next? Saturday,
Sunday.
All right.
You know we're finally here, right?
Oh my.
It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Let's go. What? Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Don't play.
If that doesn't give you the energy, but let me tell you something. There is nothing like a good hype man, okay?
Don't play all day.
You know, I always say I'm your cheerleader with the shortest skirt, honey. I love being the cheerleader for somebody. I love being the hype man. And that guy had a true hype man.
Look, it's Friday, yay. It's Saturday, Sunday. I love the weekend. You know, Justice always says it's her favorite day of the week. We have so much that we go through and we grow through. We have to celebrate every single day. You know, speaking of celebrations, it is time for some birthday shout outs and celebrations. Tell us who we celebrating today.
We have a happy birthday going out to Patrick Howard. That's Rainey Howard's husband. She wants to say she loves you and thank you for all that you do for the family. He's an awesome, awesome guy. And he's been on a couple of times. We have Philip Feel Good Graves. It's his birthday. Mo Green, happy birthday, brother. And we have Highland Stewart. That's a birthday for you. We have Kenneth Bell Sr. And we also have Carl Royston. He is a hairstylist here in St. Louis, and everyone loves some Carl Royston. He does such a beautiful, wonderful job. Happy birthday, Reba Brown. Larissa Banks, happy birthday, girl. She has the most beautiful smile. And Amy Antonetti, all the way out in California. She's enjoying her birthday. Now, you know, girl, I always have to give some vibrant vibes. Shameem Clark-Hubbard wants to give a vibrant vibe out to her niece, Brianna Washington, and from Cardinal Ritter. They won track and field. And I don't have this written down, but I just want to give a shout out to our very own, you know who I'm about to say, Elliot Davis. He placed 7th in his track and field event at state. So we are so proud of him. He came home with some medals. Danielle Williams Roberts wants to say congratulations to her son. He graduated. She said, my baby boy. You know, we always say that.
Look,
And
Jaden walking in the house, and you'd be like, that's my baby, right?
That's my baby. Jaden DePlanter, he was chosen for all district team, first team shortstop. And you know, I love me some shortstops, honey.
Yes, we do.
And we have a congratulations coming from Diana Martin. She wants to say congratulations to her granddaughter, Ever, Ever. She was promoted to the 2nd grade.
Okay. You know what? Every promotion is a good promotion. We have to celebrate every single opportunity that we get. Also, of course, congratulations to the coach at Cardinal Ritter Girls. You know what? Every time that we get an opportunity, we celebrate. We have to.
We do. You know, and I have a just in case she's watching.
Just in case. Okay, I gotta lean. Let me lean in for this one.
Just in case she's watching. Happy birthday, Gladys Knight.
Woo! Not the midnight train to Georgia? The Gladys Knight?
Yes.
I need everybody to tell us, what is your favorite Gladys Knight song? What is your favorite Gladys Knight song, Lady O?
Well, you know, I do like Midnight Train to Georgia. I think I told you earlier, I went to a concert a couple years ago, and she tells her life in song. But that one song where she says, if for any reason I have to write my life story. Oh, yes. My God. When she said that, I think I just broke out crying.
You just
I did.
You know, I love it when they tell their life story. Alex says, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. That was right there.
Yes.
That was right there.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me. Girl, I had to lean back in my seat. Let me take a sip of coffee because you know I'll get to shouting. Okay.
I'll sip with you. You know, the thing about it is, I hate doing things alone. You know, I'm not a big people person, but I can only imagine, after being with her brothers with the tips, how did it feel to travel alone? And so, yeah. But
you know what? I recall, because I've gone to several Gladys Knight, they do make guest appearance. Like one will show up, and I think it's Bubba, who's her actual brother. And I think they still do some things together. But let me tell you something about Gladys. Gladys still looks good, honey.
Girl, she looks good.
She's golden, honey.
Look, that's a for real Auntie Gladys right there. She everybody's auntie. Yes. So happy birthday, Gladys Knight. Everybody else, definitely let us know what's your favorite Gladys Knight songs of the songs of the lifetime. You know.
Oh yes, and when she sings "Wind Beneath My Wings," I know that's not her original song, but when she sings it, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it's something. And she and Gerald Levert, I went to a concert. She and Gerald Levert, because they both have lost their sons. Mm-hmm. And Gerald, he talked. Not Gerald. Well, what's the father's name?
Yes,
Eddie.
Eddie
Levert came out and he talked about Gerald and his other son that passed away. And then she came out and talked about her son, and they sang "Wind Beneath My Wings." I think I did the ugly cry.
Oh man, you just cried at the whole concert.
I did because when she sings, she's so true to who she is, and then you have to have reverence because you're watching a legacy, you know, and we don't have a lot of them left. So when you get a chance to be in the presence of a legacy, you got to have reverence.
That's right. That's right. Well, speaking of legacies, I think that it's important that we understand, how do you get to the space of being a legacy? It's when you have favor. Our Own Your Now affirmation word of the day is favor. You know, people often say favor ain't fair. But you know what? You ain't got nothing to do with favor. All you got to do is do what it is that you're supposed to do, be where it is that you're supposed to be. You know, I heard a quote and it says, sometimes we overthink living and we just need to just live. And whatever it is that God has for you is for you. And so the word of the day is favor. Everybody put favor in the chat. And the only way that you can continue to walk in favor is to live and be and do your best life and be your best self. So let's get ready to take our deep breaths in and out as we focus on our best selves. You ready?
I'm ready.
Channels with no hidden fees.
All right, y'all.
TV.
Everybody take
Try
a
it
deep
free.
breath in and out.
You broke your
Are
phone.
you ready?
So Verizon broke the rules.
Lady Yo.
First
Yes,
time
ma'am.
your damaged.
Deep breath in and out. It's time to live our best selves, y'all.
Show it off every curve, every part, yeah. Cause I'm strong and I love the skin I'm in. Every shape, every inch, no doubt there's power deep within, yeah. Beauty ain't a color, ain't a number, ain't an age, nah.
We living our best selves. I see you, Shameem. Gina. We're gonna start with our left arm.
I'ma be my best self. I'm loving. I'ma be my best self.
You feel that?
There's no one else like me. Self-love, self-help, self-care, self-healing, self-worth, self-aware. My best self.
Woo! Self-aware.
Every part of me. I'ma be my best self.
Stretch it out.
My best self.
Feel yourself.
Confident, no limit, owning it. Look in the mirror and all I see is love.
Reach out to a friend.
At a time, cause I'm enough. Yeah. Beauty ain't always fine and a smile.
And if you don't have anybody to reach out to yourself and give yourself a hug.
God for the way I made it. Whoa, whoa. I'ma be my best self.
Woo!
I'm loving who I be. I'ma be my best self.
Like that?
There's no
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear a new line?
I did. She said, there's no one else but me. Okay.
Yes, self-worth. That's what it's all about. You got to know that you are doing your best self. You're giving everybody your best self, but you can't do that if you don't give it to yourself first. That's where it starts. That's how you fill your cup. That's everything.
And you know what? We always tell people, you have to fill your cup first. You know, when you're on an airplane and they say, when they give the instructions, it says, put the mask on your face first. And then help the people around you. You have to give the oxygen and life to yourself first.
You know, speaking of taking care of yourself first, this is also Lupus Awareness Month. And, you know, we're all about the community and making sure that we are aware of the facts when it comes to that. So if you all want to put in the chat Lupus Awareness Month, make sure that you all share these tips. But you know what? We got somebody that can give you all some more information. You all know our 314-ish bestie, Jamie Dolby. She's like a niece to us for Kazi Society. Meeting JB. Let's bring her right up. Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful. She's giving it, honey, that hair, that green, and that 314-ish cup. You know what? I see you held it up. What gets you started in the morning? What's in your cup?
So I always start with the little 314-ish, and that's St. Louis water for me.
Okay.
She said it's the St. Louis water for me.
It's the water for me.
I love it. I love it.
One day we're going to have us a whole, look, and Shameem started it. We're going to have a whole St. Louis water bottle. And that's what it's going to be all about. Everybody.
Well, I'm going to claim a whole water line.
A water line.
Okay, yes. We're going to have the whole, it's going to be STL water in our own cups, our own packages. We'll be able to buy it at the local grocery store near you.
Well, they put some little lime flavor in there. Okay. Jamie, let's talk about lupus and some of the signs, like when do you remember? I know you probably remember when you were diagnosed. It doesn't show up for everybody the same. Talk to us about this.
It doesn't. So lupus is an autoimmune disease. It is a chronic illness. There is no cure. I've been diagnosed for 5 years, going on 5 years. And it's difficult to diagnose. Some people, it takes up to 2 to 4 years, even 5 years to even be diagnosed. Most people are diagnosed between 15 and 44. I got diagnosed right around 35. And Black people, Black women, and women of color are more likely to be diagnosed with lupus, and also be diagnosed at a longer rate. So it takes us longer to be diagnosed for various reasons, the healthcare system and the way it shows up in the body. It is a mystery illness. So if I tell you how I have lupus and describe it to you, one of my lupus sisters or brothers, theirs may show up a completely different way.
Wow. It's so interesting that you say that. It says the signs and symptoms are devastating because it ravages different parts of the body. Being your friend, I've also witnessed the pain that you experience a lot of times. Tell us, how do you take care of your immune system in a space now where people are not always giving you your space?
Well, one thing about me, I'm going to give my space. I'm going to tell you the bag, give me 50 feet. That was pre-COVID. Oh. And so I've always been comfortable in protecting my space. And so I think that's, all of the things that everybody is aware of now. COVID, most lupus patients or anybody with autoimmune disease, we were doing that beforehand.
Yes.
And so it's important that we stay aware and we stay safe and healthy, because the thing about lupus is a common cold for us can land us in the hospital, or it can land us in the bed, for 4 days. So it affects our skin, heart, kidneys, joints. And for me, it has affected a lot of times my heart, or, infections around my heart and my joints. My joints were trash to begin with, but lupus didn't make it no better. Okay.
And I often find, like, with people who have autoimmune diseases, my mother had sarcoidosis. So it's nothing that people can actually see. So, and you walk around and you look well on the outside. How do people handle the fact that you have to explain, I'm not feeling well today because I have lupus, and people look at you like, girl, you look fine?
So a lot of people, so it's called an invisible illness. A lot of people often hide their symptoms because they don't feel like explaining it. A lot of times when somebody says they're fine with lupus, for us, we're saying fine, but for you, if you felt this pain, you would be going to the ER. We're just so used to it that our normal reaction is fine, because I don't have time to explain to you how it took me, 2 hours to get out of bed because the night before I wanted to wear heels, or the night before, I may have eaten a food that wasn't the best. It wasn't, anti-inflammatory, inflammatory friendly, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of times people hide their symptoms or their weight gain. I've been on steroids off and on, for the last 3 years. So when someone says you need to lose weight, I'm like, you need to mind your business. So when I start giving it to them like that, I think they stop sometimes, but not everybody has that same reaction. So I encourage people to learn about it.
Yes.
Do what they need to do so they can be more aware.
You are definitely an example. You can live with lupus. You can live a full life. Because, girl, tell us about all your jobs.
You can live a full life. As you all know, I'm the proud owner of Kazi Society, the first to open Black-owned co-working space in St. Louis. And we are a full-service podcast studio. I am the only Black woman in the state of Missouri to own a podcast studio. Previously, there is another Black woman who has launched one, and so I'm very proud of her. I just got word of this yesterday. So, but we own a podcast studio, and I have the brand 314-ish.
There you go.
If you know me, you know I love St. Louis and everything about it. And so my goal is not just to elevate St. Louis, but elevate awareness to things like lupus. So
I just want to let y'all know they got shot glasses too, Lady O. They got shot glasses too. Don't play.
It's Friday night. Let me know if you need one. Lady O, I have a package for
Friday,
you.
Saturday.
I have a package for you, and this is in it. So I need to link
it. We like packages, girl. We like presents.
Well, you know what? I just thank you for bringing awareness. Everybody put in www.lupus.org. I think that one of the things that we want people to realize is you might have a friend or a family member and you don't know the facts. So look it up, know about your peoples, learn
Yes.
about your peoples. That's why we have Sylvester Williams and Jason Griffin on today, because we want you all to understand that you all have to take these tests and things in your own hands as a Black
Yes.
community. So we thank you so much, Jamie. You know, you can come on anytime. Please let us
Thank
know,
you, ladies.
what is your affirmation word for today?
My affirmation word for the day is clear, because I want my mind to be as clear as my skin.
All right.
That's it.
I like that. You know what? Me too, y'all. I'm gonna take that as well. I like that one. All right. Take care. Have a good day. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Because you know it's Friday, Saturday.
I'm not playing with you anymore today, Tracie.
So awesome sauce. You know what? We're gonna make sure that we check on our people. A lot of times people suffer in silence and they don't let you know the
Absolutely.
different illnesses that they may be experiencing. But who do we have coming up next?
We have Mr. Sylvester Williams. He is an NFL player. He owns Quantum Lab. He's a community man. He's a mentor. Bring him on up. He's our very own St. Louis son.
Hey,
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're doing well. We're doing well. It's so nice to have you on. Thank you for saying yes to us. You know, we got to start our day off right. We got to ask you, sir, what is in your cup?
I felt a little left out, so I made me some coffee.
That's right. That's right. You can always chase it. You can always chase it
With
You
some
know,
water.
STL water.
SCL water for sure.
Yeah.
And I need one of them cups too.
We'll let her know. That's
All
what
right. When
we
those
would
three
represent
reports.
each other. We really do. You know, we were talking earlier about your story in favor. Everybody has a journey, and people think that things happen overnight, but your story is very unique. Please share it with us.
So a little bit about myself. Obviously, you know, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised in North County, North Woods area. And so I was here till I was about 15 years old. I made a decision. My father was having some issues. He ended up going to drug rehab, and I ended up going to Jefferson City with my sister. She was going to Lincoln University at the time. So I ended up going up there when I was about 15 years old, and ended up, you know, getting up there. And, you know, when I turned 16, I entered the workforce and got a job at a place called Backyard Burger, started working the job. And, you know, they actually kicked me out of school my sophomore year because I was working too many hours, you know, trying to maintain a living, you know, help out around the house. So I ended up getting kicked out of school my sophomore year. And around that time, my father had moved to Jeff City as well. He came to me. We was walking up. We was leaving the school. The principal told me, "Hey, don't come back. You need to go to alternative school." I was walking with my father. He looked at me. He said, "Man, just get your GED, you know, and get a job, you know." And he was crying. I said, "Look, Daddy, I'm gonna go back to school, and I'm gonna graduate high school the right way." He said, "All right." You know, we walking. We got in the car. I ended up working the rest of the year. This was my sophomore year. Come back to my junior year, you know. I came back my junior year, you know, kind of got back on the right track, was going to class more, working less. And at the end of my junior year, it was a football coach. I was walking down the hall, literally going to class, and he said, "Man," he said, "Come here." And I went over, he said, "Why you ain't playing football?" I said, "Man, I ain't never thought about it. I always been a basketball player." I always like basketball. He said, "I tell you what, after school, I want you to come in. We're gonna go down to the facility and meet the coaches and stuff." Most of the teammates I already know. I went to school with them. So I went down and I started working out with him, and I kind of developed a love for just kind of the bond and, you know, just being around my brothers and working out and stuff like that. So I was able to play my senior year. And I played about 8 games. I think I started 1 game. I mean, I wasn't very good, to be honest with you. It was my first year ever playing football.
In your senior year of high school?
My senior year of high school, yep.
Wow.
It's crazy. And so at the end of the year, I was able to graduate with my class through a credit recovery program that Jefferson City offered. I had a mentor, Andre Salmon, who was a basketball coach, and he kind of guided me through everything, got me in the credit recovery program. I actually graduated with my class. After graduation, I was so happy. I'm like, yes, I made it. So I said, at the time I was working at Taco Bell, I said, I'm gonna get me a job at a factory, you know, like my dad did. So I actually applied for some factory job, got a job at a factory, was happy, was outraged. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. And I was working there for about 4 months. And my machine broke down one day. And the guy, he came over to work on my machine. He was about 60-some years old. He said, man, I'm finna retire in May. I said, man, how long you been? He said, I've been here 40-some years. I'm about to retire in May.
Wow.
And at the time, I was the youngest guy in the plant, Modine Manufacturing Company in Jefferson City. I was the youngest guy in the plant. And I said, you know, I said, man, you know what? So my boss, Jim Walker, I said, listen, when you come in the morning, I want to talk to you. And then I also called my mentor, said, I want to go back to school.
Let me stop right there. Everybody, please put mentor in the chat, or shout out your mentor, because this is the critical piece that I think we all need to realize. Yes, sir. We're listening.
And so I called him. I said, listen, coach, I want to go back to school. He said, come see me in the morning when you get up. I used to get off at 7 in the morning. I get off, I drive over to go see him. He said, all right, what's our option? Where you want to go? At the time, I also go to Lincoln University, which is an HBCU up in Jefferson City. Mm-hmm. But he said, you know, I said, I'm going to just go there, you know, and play some football. He said, well, you won't be able to play right away because your grades in high school, they have to sit you out. You should go the junior college route. So I reached out to a junior college coach up in Coffeyville, Kansas, sent him my film. Yeah. He didn't call me back. Stopped picking up the phone. So along the process, I had enrolled in school, taking the test, enrolled in classes. So by him not calling me back, I was left with two options: either not go or just go there and ask to walk on. So my mentor said, listen, just go up there, tell me you want to walk on. So I went up there, got in the car, drove 4 hours to Coffeyville, got there. It was in the middle of nowhere. I went in the office. He said, who are you? I said, I'm Sylvester. He said, what are you doing? I said, I just want an opportunity to walk on to the football team, coach. He said, all right, I'll see you on Sunday. We got trial. So I went, tried out. It went good. He said, okay, I'll give you a chance. That spring, I worked out 3 times a day, got myself in shape. Actually was able to make the team that year as a freshman walk-on. They put me on scholarship. I ended up playing that for 2 years. I had an opportunity to go anywhere in the country I wanted to go. I chose to go to the University of North Carolina. Wow. So I went to the University of North Carolina, ended up playing there for 2 years and became a first-round pick in 2013 to the Denver Broncos.
Why did I just get chills?
I did too.
Let me tell you, if you don't believe in favor, if you have a young person, you can have an old person. You need to hear this story. This is what I'm talking about when you're owning your now. This brother said, didn't finish high school, went back. Well, they told him he couldn't come back. He said, I'm coming back. He went back, graduated with his class, took several jobs along the way, said, I want to go back to school. Drove to Coffeyville, which is in the middle of nowhere. I know what Coffeyville is. And he said, the man said, who are you? He said, I am.
That's right.
I am.
Yeah. And look, I just want
Sylvester Williams. Yeah.
Yes.
I just want a chance. And at the end of the day, you said first round?
First round pick, yep.
Woo! I get chills as well. You know how people be like, that's my son. You know, and
that's my nephew, y'all.
I'm going back. What I love most about your story is that you've really focused on mentorship, but you also focus on, you keep saying how important it is to come back to your community and give back. We saw you around MLK Day, like the different things that you do in the community, in addition to being a baller, because that's just part of your life, you know, and I'm sure that people recognize that in you, but the piece about community, you also came back and said, I want to make sure, because of the issues and illnesses that my family has went through, it really defined your purpose. Talk to us about, you know, let's first, we'll bring your brother up. Talk to us about Quantum Laboratories. Let's bring Jason Griffin up so we can share with everybody how this story continues. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing very well. Thank you all. Very glad to be here. Listen, you all's energy, enthusiasm this morning is incredible. What a wonderful way to start the day. And that gentleman dancing outside of his car. I mean, I could watch that every morning. So thank you all for that.
Well, make sure you get a copy of that. You know what, Jason? We ask everyone, what's in your cup? What gets you started, sir?
Okay, for me this time of day, it's always going to be coffee. This morning, I'm drinking my Dunkin' Donuts brand of Keurig coffee. So there we are.
There you are.
That's right. Well, you know, you are the second leg to this story. You know, we talked about track earlier. I think you probably played, and you, wait a minute, you also have a daughter that runs track. You know, we got to shout out the daddies and all of that. But this piece of how you all connected, share with us the next part of Mr. Williams' journey.
Well, I'm Sylvester's brother-in-law. I'm married to his sister, Robin, and I watched the entire process. The story Sylvester just described. It's been an inspiration to us all. I mean, he was just a humble kid with normal struggles for a lot of us that are underserved. But he continued to work. He believed, and he achieved the ultimate goal. He continues to have that mentality in everything we do, whether it be to the community engagement, to our business endeavors. So that's kind of how me and Sylvester came together. We're business partners. I've always felt it my responsibility to do whatever I can to help Sylvester also be successful in things other than his football career. Very happy to do so. And so we got into this lab space as an opportunity to bring a business to St. Louis that you don't see Black people engaged in whatsoever. And
so tell us a little bit about Quantum Lab. What is Quantum Lab?
Quantum Laboratory is a full clinical diagnostic laboratory. So we do drug testing, we do molecular testing, whether that be the COVID or infectious disease. We do genetic testing, and we do blood testing. So any healthcare provider in need of diagnostic testing can utilize Quantum Laboratory services.
Wow. So how long, because, everybody talks about how people start things in the midst of a pandemic. How long have you all been doing this work? When did this open?
Okay, so we organized actually in October of 2019. So right before the pandemic. And but the laboratory is a pretty significant endeavor. Took us about 7-8 months through the pandemic to actually open our doors. We were slowed down a little bit by the pandemic, but not a lot. Of course, we're in the business that the pandemic actually, if you want to say, benefits from, because there was such a need for diagnostic testing. So we were affected a little bit by being slowed down. However, it in turn made us better because it caused us to develop a molecular testing platform, which gives us the ability to do a lot more as far as diagnostic testing in our community. So I
want to jump in here, and I want to ask Sylvester, your brother-in-law just said he felt that it's his duty to support you. And it is a beautiful thing to see two African-American men who say, I got you. Let's do something together. Talk to me, Sylvester, about the community aspect you want to bring to St. Louis, the community coming together and being a healthy community. I always say a healthy you is the best you.
I think the biggest thing for me is, and this is kind of how I go about life. I feel like, people that reach certain levels in their life, obviously, whatever your success is, you feel like is successful, it's important to reach back and bring somebody along with you. And I feel like it all starts with our younger generation because they the future. So if I can get back in the community and inspire somebody to be the next Sylvester Williams, because understand, I didn't have a future. When I was in high school, I was kicked out of high school. I didn't even play football in my entire life until my senior year. And I wasn't good at it then. And all it took for me to change my life was hard work. That's the only difference I made in my life. I went from, focusing on working a job and hanging out to I'm gonna go to the gym every day. I'm gonna go to the gym 3 times a day. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna go to class every day. I'm gonna go to study hall. I graduated high school with probably the lowest GPA you can have and to be eligible graduating. I went on the Coffeyville, had a 3.7 GPA, graduated from there with a 2-year associate's degree, then went to the University of North Carolina and graduated with a 2.7 and got my degree in communications. And to me, it's like, I know that if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I want to inspire everybody else to understand. People look at me like, oh, he a superhero. He made it. He got money. He this and that. But I ain't no different from nobody else. Whether you 20, 30, 40, 50, it's an opportunity for you to go out there and make some of yourself, is so long as you put the work in. To me, that's what's important.
You said as long as you put the work in. Oftentimes, I think people think things happen overnight. Talk to us about consistency because, you have to, I'm a therapist by trade, but I have a son that's an athlete and my husband. So you have all these people around you that are coaches, but the mental aspect of being mentally strong, because the world will drop you like it's hot, but you have to talk to us about that mentality piece.
I mean, I think it just start with, number one, you got to want better within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at yourself and say, I want better for me. And if you want better for yourself, okay, then you got to lay out the necessary steps you got to offer better for yourself. Because I can drive down the street right now and I could probably find some people that's not in a good situation. I can also find people that's in a very good situation. And if I ask them both the same questions, where did your life change at? It's going to be 2 answers. One person going to talk about the decision they made that wasn't in benefit for them being successful. And the other person going to say, well, I did this and it changed my life. So ultimately, we left with a decision to make. Am I going to do this for me, or am I going to allow my life to go to waste? Because there's value in every life. And I truly do feel that there's value in every life, so long as you dig deep within yourself and figure out what it is. And that's why I'm so big on the community, because I'm like, how can I be blessed to come from St. Louis and make it to the NFL, and then I look at the next kid and tell him, well, you can't make it.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you, if I can make it, I'm telling you, if I can make it, you look at me. If you see me, you look at me and say he's successful, I can make it, then you can make it. And I'm just not talking about in football. I'm talking about whatever it is you want to do in life. Just put the work in and be consistent. Put the work in, set a goal, and go reach that goal. And then when you reach that goal, I'm gonna set another goal, and I'm gonna go get that goal. I ain't never gonna stay stagnant. I'm gonna keep climbing. So
wow.
I love it.
I love it as well. And I think the biggest piece here is that you all have family. Jason, you all did this together. You talk about the history of your family's health. Your wife, all of you all have dealt with personal issues when it comes to health. But you said this is bigger than us. It's about us bringing things back to the community. You do have a standalone. Is this for small businesses that may want to get their people tested? How can we find out more?
Yes. So as far as COVID testing, when you bring up the small businesses, we do have a program for businesses that are trying to bring their people back safely. They can certainly contact Quantum Labs. We can test. We can do the rapid testing. We do the PCR-based full confirmation testing. We can do that very quickly. We're committed to the St. Louis community. So because of that, we can turn anything around in 24 hours time. We can be reached, of course. You've got the website there, quantumlabgroup.com. We've got a phone number, 314-731-6525. And so give us a call at any point in time for any of your testing needs. So it can be a large business, it can be a small business, it can be government entities. We do government contracting. We're happy to let the state of Missouri know, hey, you can spend some of that money with a Black business when you have needs. And so we're very, very big on that. We just got back from Jeff City having that discussion. So we can handle any of the diagnostic testing needs for any of the healthcare providers. We do want some of the healthcare providers of color to know for the first time you have the ability to support and send your specimens to a Black-owned lab.
All right.
I hear that. We need to make sure anytime that somebody asks, you all need to make sure that you all tell people that they are in our community. You're located in Maryland Heights, correct?
We're actually in Bridgeton, off McKelvey right now. And one of the things we do want everybody to know is that we are going to be developing our next location in North St. Louis City.
Oh, wait, Yolanda.
Hey, hold on. Jason, that's called an exclusive. And Lady Yo always brings the exclusive. So give it to me, Jason.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's all about St. Louis. And both of us are products of St. Louis, and we're very passionate about it. We don't see businesses like this. It's not only Black owned, but definitely not in our community. Yes. And so our goal by end of this year, early next year, is to develop a full scale, state of the art laboratory in North St. Louis City, and bring jobs in, educate some of our youth on how to get into this industry, bring more chemists and more scientists in, and so that's the goal.
Y'all hear that? That means they're gonna be hiring. You can get a job. Okay. That's right.
And you know what? That kind of leads into what Sylvester said. He said, I set a goal, then I set another goal, then I set another goal, and I set another goal. Just keep rising, brothers. We have our eyes on you, and we are so proud. You know, I have to say it, Jason. Jason and I realized we had a history. one day he was working at a car rental place when he was younger, and he picked me up, and we had a conversation that he remembered. And Jason, that had to be 20 something years ago.
Almost 20 years. Yes, it was
almost 20
first
years.
time out of college.
So, he was right out of college, and he reminded me of the conversation, and I remembered. And he was striving then, and I encouraged him to strive, and he wanted to do so. I said, take it to your boss. He was like, what? I said, go ahead. And let me say this. We revisited the story, he said, and my boss told me no, but look at God. He told you yes.
That's right. That's right.
And look at what you're doing today. So now you're going to be the boss, and you can start your own nonprofit.
Yeah, he's a boss. They are bosses. Our Black men are bosses. They're bosses, they're dads, they're community leaders, and we love them for it. And y'all, I'm sorry, but favor ain't fair. But if you do the work, you can still get there. Tell us, Jason, what is your affirmation word for today?
Perseverance. Perseverance. I mean, I'm a coach and a track and field coach, high school boys, and that's what I preach all the time. Basically, doing despite difficulty and experiencing success.
All right, doing despite difficulties. I like
despite that. Difficulties. That's right. That's right. Perseverance. All right, brother Williams.
To me, man, the word it's always going to be family for me. Yes. And I say that because, I look at it as, man, and to me, it's about family, and motivating my family to do better. They motivate me to do better and sticking together. I was raised with my brother and sister, and we remain close to this day. I mean, we stuck together like glue. Me and Jason being family, we talk every single day for the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, it's always going to be family because ultimately, man, everything I do is for my family. My kids, I got 4 sons. I got a stepson. He's 16. I got 3 boys that's my own, so it's always going to be family for me.
Family.
It's family for me.
They say family over everything.
Yes.
Over everything. Well, now you're part of the Own Your Now family. Anytime you guys want to come back, let us know when you drop that next location. We're excited about it. But we just really thank you so much for saying yes to us on Friday. Saturday, Sunday.
Thank you all.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Lady, yo. Let me tell you something. I know a whole lot of people. I know the world opened back up. Mm-hmm. Some people had a graduation. Some people didn't. As a matter of fact, I know that the young lady, Brandy, she literally gave up her graduation to win for them to go to state and win. But if you all did not get a chance to hear a keynote graduation speech, Sylvester just gave us one. Like that right there. Look, that right there.
Yes.
That's everything. Okay. Lady, yo, I got to ask you, what is your affirmation word? Everybody drop your words in the chat. And people are asking questions. I'm sure that Jason and Sylvester will go in the chat and answer those questions. And but tell us your affirmation words for today.
We have such synergy, Tracie. I didn't know what your word was going to be. So when you said favor, I was like, oh, because I already chosen my word. It's God wink.
Ooh, God.
The God wink. My mother taught me about the God wink. When something happens, you say, oh, how did that happen? Or, oh my goodness, they chose me. Be aware of the God wink. When you're doing well and your aunt just gives you that little wink, be aware of the God wink.
Yeah, because you plan one thing and God does something totally different, and you just have to walk in it. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes it's really scary to do that thing. But at the end of the day, you just got to do it. Y'all keep dropping that word while we drop some Justice Key in the house. Good morning, Justice. How are you?
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing well. It's a hey, Jay.
It's time for peace in the streets with Justice Key. Did you hear the story, Justice?
Yes. Definitely tuned in. Inspirational, everything. I was sitting back here listening, taking my notes.
Hey, taking notes, writing in that journal. And these are lessons that people come on. When they talk, they are dropping gems, free gems, So I am so glad to hear that you were taking notes, Miss Justice.
What you got for us? What we know? What's in your cup, Justice? What's in your cup?
I am drinking on some good old STL water this Friday to get my body feeling good. Y'all know I love my water. I love my Fridays even more.
Yes, yes. And we know you got a piece for us. Please give it to us. Give it to us. So everybody just put in Justice Key. I'm reading everybody in the chat. I love that y'all take care of each other. Alex says, where is Robert? You know what? You want to give everybody an update?
Well, you know what? I checked on Robert. I did. And he said he had some phone difficulties and he will be back hopefully next week. But honey, you're right. Alex, we do check on each other. I said, Tracie, have you heard from Robert? And matter of fact, he and I watched over the phone. Ozzy and I watched Terry Little's son the other night when he pitched. We communicated the whole entire time. So Robert is well. He's healthy. And he said, he's having own your now withdrawals.
Oh, I love it. Well, he can come back and listen back. Y'all know y'all can find us on YouTube. Y'all can watch us all day long. Follow us on YouTube, y'all. All you got to do is click on the YouTube link.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, Justice.
Oh, cool. Well,
hold on. We cannot let this moment go by. As of yesterday, we have 5,000 followers. Thank you, followers.
That's an exclusive 5K. Everybody, you all helped us get there. Yes, 5K.
That's a big deal, lady.
Yes. And now we're just going to keep going up. We're going to keep going up. We're trying to do the work, y'all. So keep sharing. Thank you all. Thank you. That's huge. Oh, look, how do we forget? You know what? Because we're staying in the moment.
Yes.
We're owning our now. Yes. And that was yesterday. But today we're going to celebrate it. All right? Or Justice, we know you got some good, and we keep stopping you. Like 5K, everybody putting in 5K. I wish we could run a 5K, but you know what? That's right. Timothy said 10,000. Timothy is a story. God, yes, Timothy, let's go. We're gonna keep it going. Justice, give us that piece in the streets, sis, because you know you always bring it.
Yes. Okay, so the piece that I'm doing this morning is one of my favorite pieces, but I want to dedicate this piece to a friend of mine saying, I love you, girl. So we all like different things, and that's a part of what makes this world so interesting. Many perspectives from a few differences, like music and certain images, because society has the perfect vision of what beauty should look like. But they be kind of stingy with they like. So you got to find beauty in your own light. And we all go through so much in life that, yes, we do learn how to fight, but where do we learn how to cope? My name is Key, not Megan. I don't drive boats. I drop power and motivate, because it's important how we stay afloat. It's important how we heal, and it's important how we hope. And in the dark, everybody wants to see your beautiful soul glow, and everybody can't go where you grow. So you keep them all at a need to know. Life is about balancing your highs and your lows. So I daydream of ocean views, because no 24 hours are the same. I was 14 when my guidance counselor asked me my dream, and not once did it change, but became imperative that I stay in my own lane, be in the space of a few friends that can pray when it rains, because sister, keep her, men seeing each other struggle, but we got to see each other's worth. And body language speak loud, sis. I see when it hurts. But you were born with an extra dash of uniqueness since birth, and careful how you move, because life don't let us reverse, but you find the hidden lessons in those blessings. Keep it short and cute and continue stepping. And I'm going to fall deeper in love with who I am, and I want you to do the same. I'm your girl, Justice Key, with peace in the streets.
Woo! Bring it in. Y'all know we snap. Okay, put it in the chat.
Thank you all so much.
You know what? You bring it every single Friday. That's what this is all about. We love you for it. I love you for being you.
And I love you all too, very much.
That's what this is all about, y'all. If y'all don't share today, what's wrong with you? You don't know God. What's wrong with you? I just don't know. I really don't. But what I do know is today has been an amazing day. Wow, Lady O. Wow. I have to ask. God winks.
Yes. I love it.
We're dropping our affirmation words. A couple of people have dropped theirs. Justice, what is your affirmation word for today?
My affirmation word is life. That's my affirmation word. Because we get so caught up in moments and we don't enjoy our life. So I want you all to celebrate yourself today and enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your days. Yeah, that's my affirmation word.
You better. You look, you better. I tell you right now, my mom, before she passed away, I was reading her journal and she says the only thing that is permanent is change. And
Yeah.
so we have to realize that this is why it's called the Own Your Now show, because all we have is today. And so if you all decide that you're like, wow, I want to make sure that I am clear about the things that I have for me, then you have to make sure that you push, and perseverance is definitely the key. But when you do this thing, understand that favor might not be fair. But if you continue to have family with you, you will make it there. But you also have to understand that we have mentors in our midst. And when you have mentors, the mentors will help you get to that next level. But you must put the work in, because when you put the work in, you get to the next level. So yes, family over everything. Determination is key, but you have to have courage to stay strong and amongst all things have integrity. But we will remember what resilience looks like because we will see you keep climbing. But also have a little bit of humility for all the people around you. We are ready to grow and we will continue to grow. And we will grow in greatness because we are community. So if in fact you don't know how to live life, just wait on it. God will give you that wink. But if in fact you decide, you know what, I'm going to just keep striving anyway, because this is all that I know. I'm going to make sure that I know that favor ain't fair, but we're going to make sure that we get there because God is the key to this longevity thing that we doing here on the Own Your Now show. If you guys decide that you all want to go outside, that is your choice to wear a mask or not. Okay? But if you say, I think that I'm going to keep my cup full and you want to stay inside, it's okay. Just keep sheltering in place, keep sipping. And you know what? We will see you all Monday, same time and same space. It's Memorial Day. But yeah, Lady O, we'll still be here, won't we?
Yes.
On the Own Your Now show. We'll see you all Monday, everybody. Have a good weekend and be safe.